DreAllDay.com.
What's good, everybody? Dre Baldwin with DreAllDay.com. I'm making this video right here for the athletes. It could be a basketball player. I'm talking from the basketball angle because my background is in basketball. 9 years I played basketball professionally, up and down, in and out, many different places. And during that time, I started building what became my business, which is now Work on Your Game Incorporated. And I do a ton of stuff that is not basketball related these days, but I get a lot of athletes coming to me. I've spoken to some people in some leagues, which I'll probably see coming soon in the future, about talking to the athletes about what are you going to do when you're no longer playing this sport, because we realize that not all athletes are going to have, not everybody's going to be a Kobe Bryant or a Tom Brady and be in the league for 20 years and make hundreds of millions of dollars, so they don't have to do anything else if they don't want to. Most athletes, by the time their careers are over at that high level league or any league that they play in, you didn't make enough money that you could just not do anything for the rest of your life. But the first thing I want to talk about is the mindset. The mindset of being an athlete. How can you take that mindset and translate thinking how you think to be a basketball player or a football player? Actually, let me give you a little backstory. When I knew I was getting done playing ball, which was in 2015, I'm recording this in 2017. So 2 years after, for the first, let's say 6 months, when I knew I wasn't going to play ball anymore, I had to start retraining my mind to not always create the vision of basketball player. I would think about playing in the game where there's people in the crowd and the crowd is real, but I had to retrain my mind to stop coming up with those visions and start coming up with some visions that were of my off the court life, what I was going to do for the next 70 years, because I'm like, okay, I'm not ever going to get on the court and do that again. I'm never going to go and make a buzzer beating three-pointer. I'm not going to dunk on anybody anymore because I'm not playing ball anymore. So I had to start to retrain my unconscious mind and stop giving me visions of basketball playing, give me visions of the next thing I was going to do in my life. If I'm no longer playing ball, but the visions that are moving me are all of stuff coming from my past, then I'm going to eventually start to look like a loser. I'm going to start to look like a dinosaur, because all I'm going to have that moves me to action, that motivates and inspires me, is me talking about what I used to do. What are you doing now? You ain't done nothing in the last 20 years to get you going. So this is just the way that I was thinking and why I started coming up with, why I even started thinking about this. Because today when I was in the gym, I was thinking about basketball just because I just wanted to think about ball. I think I was watching a video that just got me thinking about basketball. Great play on defense, dunking on somebody, crossing somebody over, whatever it is, it happens to be a highlight that you get. There's not going to be anywhere else in life that you can replicate that feeling. I'm telling you that right now. Now, you could do other things where maybe you can get it temporarily, but to have it consistently, you know you can get it every day, even when you're practicing by yourself, you're not going to get that anywhere else in life. So I'm going to tell you how you can start to mentally transition yourself from being that everyday athlete to being that everyday whatever you're going to be, a professional or something else. You're going to transition from being a pro athlete. You got to come to grips with the fact that it's over. Come to grips with the fact that you're not going to dunk on anybody anymore. You're not going to cross anybody else. You're not going to win another tournament. Because if you're still thinking about that, you're still mentally chasing that, but you're not doing it anymore, you're always going to be living in the past, and you'll never be able to be fully present where you are in the present moment, and whatever it is you happen to move on to, if you're even able to move on, because you can't stop thinking about it. So number one thing is come to grips with the fact that it's over. It's not going to be like that again, and that's something that I had to do, and it took me a while. Point number two, you got to get closure, and these kind of go together. You have to get closure in your mind that makes you comfortable with moving on, because the last thing you want, so you don't want to be an athlete or a former athlete or about to be a former athlete that has all these regrets about what you didn't do. Like, damn, I should have went out for the team, I should have tried to go overseas, I should have tried out for the D League. You don't want to have any mental hang-ups and regrets about what you could have did, what you should have did, what you would have did, because those will eat at you for the rest of your life. You need to handle your mind then. What you need to do is listen to my podcast. It's called Work on Your Game. It's every day. It's all about mindset, mental toughness, confidence, discipline, all the stuff you need to kind of get over shit. So you got to get closure in your mind that it's time to move on to something different. It's not going to be that anymore. Point number three, ability to show up every single day and do stuff that you may not necessarily feel like doing specifically, even though you know is going to help you in the long run. Showing up, the persistence and consistency of, if you play pro sports, you know, practice every day. Practice the day after a game. You know you had to show up. You know it wasn't negotiable. It wasn't like if you feel like it. It wasn't optional. That right there is, I believe, one of the most valuable tools you have from being an athlete going into the quote-unquote real world. Ask yourself, how can I start using that? How can I utilize that? Where can I bring value to a company or a person or customers or clients from that skill alone? Those are the three things right there every everybody that I want to give you to make the mental transition from being an athlete to being a regular person, whatever you want to call this. I don't even know. Let's call it a civil. Let me recap those. Number one, come to grips with the fact that it's done. Come to grips with the fact that you're not going to get the rush of 30,000 people screaming and cheering for you to make the big play ever anywhere else. Even if you get into business and you got 1 million customers, you're never going to have all 1 million customers standing in a stadium cheering for you to make a big play with your body. Point number two, you can't move on if you don't have closure that, okay, that was great, I loved it, I got my memories, I got my highlight videos, but it's done. It's over, it's time for me to move on. Until you can get set in your mind that it's time to move on from that, you will never be able to be fully present in anything else that you do for the rest of your life. And you'll never get the most you can get out of them or out of yourself. Number three thing is showing up. That skill, the persistence of showing up every day, the discipline of being able to show up and do what you gotta do, even when you don't always feel like it's, I think, one of the most valuable skills that an athlete has going into the real world. There's a lot of people in the real world that don't have that ability. So learn to utilize that. It'll be very valuable for you in your future life, which is going to be more, it's going to take more time to live that the rest of your life than the small amount of time you did playing sports. You know an athlete who may need this, pass this video on to them, tell them about me, tell them to start listening to my podcast also, which is every day. It's called Work on Your Game. My name is Dre Baldwin, also known as Dre All Day. I'll see you on the next video. I got another one coming. Again, we're going to talk about what to do after sports if you're not going to be in sports. Work on your game. Thanks for watching this vid. Follow me on all these social media platforms here. I'm active on all of them. You can reach me on all of them. And if you ever have a question for me about anything, send me an email, dre@dreallday.com. Everybody, I'll see you in the next vid. Work on your game. Dre All Day.